One Tank Trip, presented by Childers, Air, Plumbing, Electric.
Cathedral Cafe in Fayetteville has been a Fayette County staple for almost 24 years. The church itself has been the center of Fayetteville for almost 120 years, but in 1997 it was converted into a cafe.
When we started as a cafe, there was originally books all along the outside walls. There was three businesses that came together. One was the Trillium Crafts, and they had all West Virginia artists. And then there was the restaurant, and then there was the people that had the bookstore. So there were three businesses that came together, and they kind of had a collaboration. They all agreed on the color of the walls, what it should be called. One of them did the custom tile work on top of the bar area, which we kept. So it was the coming together of the minds for sure.
Though in February this year they had to close down and do what they thought would be minor renovations to the bar area, which turned a simple 4-week project into a much larger 3-month affair.
Once we got in there, it was clear that this was just it wasn't going to be an easy fix. There was a full 6 inches difference in height from this side of the building to that side of the building. It was, as we opened, we were like, well, let's just go a little further out and we'll see, where it ends up being level, right? And that ended up being the outside walls. So we had to strip it down, all of the joists, all of the cinder blocks, everything that was under there. We had to take it down to the bare soil because all of the water from the parking lot went under my building, which is why it all rotted. So it was a disaster.
While they upgraded some things to modern times, they made sure to keep the charm the community loves.
We tried when we brought everything back that we kept a great balance of the things that were important that people loved about the cafe, such as the custom bar that we had and the stained glass windows and the bookcases. And I hope that we've struck a good balance between the history and bringing it up to code and up to the current century, let's call it, as far as aesthetics goes.
They hope to get historic grants to help renovate their stained glass windows in the future. From coffee to alcohol and pancakes to paninis, they have served a variety of food and drinks to the community throughout the years. But there's more to it that brings people back every day.
And I think that all of the kids coming here after school, this is really a place where people come together. We've had people stop here on their way home from the hospital to show me their babies. It's very community based, and I love it.
Inside, you can also find tidbits of local history, art, music, and images to honor those community members who have since left us. Cathedral Cafe is excited and ready to start serving the community again. So if you just want a nice cup of joe and a good meal, this staple business in Fayetteville is reopening its doors after a few months of much needed renovations. And luckily for you, it only takes 1 tank of gas to get here. And we could cheers to that. At Cathedral Cafe for Newswatch, I'm Serena Davanzo.
One Tank Trip, presented by Childers, Air, Plumbing, Electric.